and then I messaged every single designer on there that how do I how do I get there? And then I found out that more than like out of 10, around 7 or 8 designers at Swiggy are not from design school. They are from engineering background. They are from commerce background. All of them are self-taught. And then I realized that dude, this is something really cool. Like how if they all can do it, then even I can do it as well.
So, hi everyone. Today I will be interviewing an amazing people I know. His name is Udit Shakya, who is a fabulous and a self-taught designer and currently working as a product design intern at Urban Company. So, hi Udit, how are you doing, bro?
Hey everyone, hey Samar. I'm really good, man. Thanks for it.
So, are you excited about this podcast session?
Yeah, man. In fact, this is my first one. So after I checked your mail, right, I went to your YouTube channel and I thought that you are doing really good work. So yeah, sure, I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, man. So, can you brief about yourself to all our listeners, like who you are, what are you doing, to all our listeners and as well as viewers? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So as Samar has already said, so I'm a self-taught designer. So I don't have any formal design education. So let me start with how I got into design then. So it was around like in my school times. I had science with computer science in my 12th, right? So I started coding in my school, and I was really fascinated by this idea of making products, making digital products. That I thought, okay, how do I make these? Then someone told me, okay, you have to code and you have to make apps. That's how you do it. So I started making, okay, cool, I'll do coding. I started doing coding. It was not difficult for me. It was, I would say, average. I was able to do it, but then I realized that dude, it's not something that I'm really enjoying, even though I'm able to do it, but it's not meant for me. So clearly, after that, I knew that if coding is not for me, then of course engineering is not for me either.
Okay.
And after so and
So
after
you are an engineer. So you are an engineer or not? Like, I want to know.
uh, yeah, so it's kind of complicated if I say that I am a dropout. I would like to say because let me just complete it. All right, then you will get to know. So after my 12th was done, I said that okay, I am going to explore as much as I can, and I'm not going to do engineering because it's not my thing. So I started started exploring more and more, and I found this thing design. Uh, Earlier back then, I found communication design, which is basically making posters, right? So I thought, okay, honestly speaking, I thought ki it's something cool and it's not engineering, so let's just do this. All right. So I started preparing for design exams for these NIDs and NIFTs. So I went to Delhi and joined a coaching to prepare for these exams. But then I realized, dude, this clearing these exams requires you to draw really well. You have to really be good at art. And I was not really good at drawing and stuff. So I knew that I'm not going to pass the exam anyhow. So I thought, okay, yeah, I think this is a missed shot. This is also not something for me. So I dropped design that time. Then around I guess when the pandemic had just started, I came back to my house. I am from Agra. I came back to my house and I was just going through on internet, then on Instagram particularly. Then I saw this interview, this designer from Head Out. He's King Siddharth, and
Yeah.
he was interviewing a person from Swiggy Design. His name is Arjun. So he had a similar kind of story. He was talking about how he did not like design. Oh, sorry, how he did not like drawing, but still he was a designer at Swiggy, which intrigued me. But dude, how is this possible? If he can do it, why cannot I? So I started, learning more about him. Then I found Swiggy ka whole design page on Instagram, and then I messaged every single designer on there that how do I how do I get there? And then I found out that dude, more than like out of 10, around 7 or 8 designers at Swiggy are not from design school. They are from engineering background. They are from commerce background. all of them are self-taught. And then I realized that, dude, this is something really cool. Like how if they all can do it, then even I can do it as well. So then it was an exposure to the design industry for me. I started learning, talking to more people, and then I realized that okay, I can be a self-designer myself. Right. Then I started learning design on my own through different these people who were working on this in these startup. They were really helpful for me towards me. So they helped me a lot. And then I said, okay, I'll do it, but what about a degree, right?
Yeah.
So uh, so I said, okay, I'll do design main thing. That will be my main thing. But I will. If you're from Delhi, right? So you must know about this university called IGNOU. It's a government university. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
government university. You don't have to give. You don't have to attend the university. You just have to give the exams, right? So I said, okay, I want to do it. Go in tech. I'll just put up a form for BCA, Bachelor of Computer Application. It will वो चलता रहेगा, and I'll do my design, right? So this is what the scene is right now. I am, if we can say, I'm in second year for my college, but even though I don't really prepare for that, I am full. My full focus is on design. Right? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, man, that's really an insightful story. Like, it's really inspired me a lot. So, Udit, tell us about how you jumped into the urban company. Like, how you get an intern at there. What are the process? Like, generally, these company prefer engineers. Like, they should be from the top colleges. So, how you get into the urban company? Yeah, please share the story
Uh,
about this. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, this is a common notion. Even I have addressed it in one of my posts that like Avon company is a $2 million company. It's a unicorn. So clearly, everyone would think that they would hire from top colleges. But the real thing is, yes, they do hire from top colleges. Like in my team, people are from IIT Bombay design department with dual degrees, and people are from they're from even college you wouldn't even have heard of. So it's not about the college, it's about the skills. If you have the skills, you can get it easily. How I got in is that if you like, you know about King Siddharth, right? So I met King Siddharth around then when pandemic started, and he has helped me a lot. So every month, I guess he does these design reviews on his channel. So if you have a case study, send it to him, and he will just review those case studies. So I think Siddharth has a really good personal brand over internet. Pretty much everyone knows him in the design industry. So I said, okay, cool. He has a personal brand. I don't have any, but I'll leverage his personal brand. So he reviewed a couple of my case studies. I cut those part from those case studies and uploaded separately on my channel and unlisted them, so that if I send someone the link, only then they will be able to see it. So then I went on Twitter. Twitter is an amazing place, it's
Yeah.
an amazing place if you want, right? So I went on Twitter and then I DM'd the vice president of design at Urban Company that hey, I'm a self-taught designer and I'm a little bit intro about myself and I'm looking to work with you. And this is my work, www.udavshakir.net. This is my website. You can see my portfolio there. And if you do not have time, no worries. Here's another link to a YouTube video. This is a review by King Siddharth. He is a head of design at PM at Headout. You can see this either. So this is how I DM'd a cold DM'd him, and he said, okay, fine, let's just schedule an interview. He talked to his HR, and then she reached out to me that we have an interview you have an interview with Amit Das. He is the VP of design there. And so I had a 30-minute call. It wasn't like it was a conversation like this only, like the we are having right now. It was a pretty fun conversation. He asked about what I am expecting from them, what are my goals after this internship, and a few questions about me. Then after that, they looked at my portfolio. That was after the call. They said, okay, send us a portfolio then. They looked at my portfolio, and after a week, they said, okay, cool, you are in. But usually, what happens that all if you are applying for an internship, usually you have to do with design assignment. All right,
Yeah.
so right, so this is how it works. So I had applied for Razorpay as well, and I had given a design assignment. So I had done that assignment, And I think so. After doing that assignment, I included it in my portfolio itself because it's a huge project. It was a huge project. So I think he saw that and he said, "Okay, cool, you are." So I fortunately I did not have to go through a particular design assignment, but that's how I got it.
Yeah, that's great. And do you think कि हाँ right now the hiring process is certainly changed for different industry, like now generally people are doing cold emailing directly to the HRs or to the co-founders while showing their work. Like recently, like past week, I just check out on the LinkedIn that someone from the mass background has recently got an intern at Cred as a
I
design
saw that.
intern, and the way
Yeah.
he expressed their work is really phenomenal. So what would you say about this process, from like earlier people have to face lots of interviews, like you should be of that particular background, मतलब तुम्हें design industry के होने चाहिए या you should be from the top industries. So now the circumstances are changing, so what would you say about this? Yeah.
So I think that's really good. So earlier, even now, if you can see on LinkedIn, like if someone uploads that Flipkart is having intern or any other Amazon is having intern, the whole comment section will be filled with interested. Like stop it. You are not going to get anything through that typing that interested thing. So a lot of students still don't realize that you can really code. You do not have to have a placement cell
Yeah.
to get anywhere. You can really get it just through cold emailing people, DMing people. You have to be good at cold approach. You don't have to waste some like a time. You just have to be crisp and clear with the message, and you can really get their attention. The only thing is that you should have a proof of work with yourself, and the message has to be really short because other person is also has his work. So I think that's a really good part. Even like I have few of my friends at really top colleges from BU, from IITs, and when I talk to them, they say that it's really hard to get off placement and anything off placement. But since I don't have any college as of there, so it's the only thing for me. And I think that off campus is the easiest thing. So it's so for someone who has a placement cell, they are dependent on that, so they do not explore other stuff. But someone for who doesn't have a placement cell, they have to explore and they have to find other ways. So it's just that you know if you don't have a placement cell, you have to find other ways, other good ways, and it's not really that tough. And it's the new way of applying to company. You show your work right up front. You do not have to. You basically bypass the HR wala round, and you directly reach out to the manager.
Yeah, that's great. So Udit, I have read all your case studies. Like they are really amazing. Yeah, personally that Dora wala app, like really phenomenal. And I believe that this will definitely help अगर ये develop होता है तो. So can you please share one of your case study? Like what is your approach for that particular case study? Like how you document that? What are the methodology you use while writing all these case studies? Yeah.
So, do you want me to screen share or you just want me to go through like this?
Yeah, you can share one of your case study and can you brief about that so that all the audience can know how we should write that particular case study. Yeah,
Okay, let me just open.
sure, sure. And one more thing I want to share, that how I reach out to you. Like I also see one of the video of King Siddharth where he mentioning your explaining your case study. Then I check out your website. After that I said, yeah, this is the perfect guy to explain, to resolve my queries about product designing. So that's how I reach out to you.
That's really good. So that is doing a really great work for us.
My interest. Then past मतलब last 1 month I explore about product designing. मतलब पहले मेरे को idea नहीं था कि हाँ product designing होता क्या है. तो recently I just explore कि हाँ product designing is also the great field. You can explore this out. And I read one to two books like Hooked, which is a best book for the product designers. It really incites me a lot कि हाँ how you can build a product from scratch. So yeah.
With the recent case study that I had done. Okay, so this was about 1 month back. The it was design assignment for Razorpay summer internship. All right, so The first thing is whenever you get a design assignment or whenever you're working with a problem, you get a you have a problem statement. You get a prompt. So the prompt that Razorpay gave me was that a lot of
You can watch entire case study in the next part of this episode.
So coming back to the case study, like visual design is important. Kya, how the feature should look. Now, how about research? Like you have done lots, everything. Matlab you have take all the constant. You have done lots of research. So how research is important than the visual designing part. Yeah.
so hmm. So a lot of people tend to miss this part in their early career. I had missed it that they make products for themselves. Like suppose I'm working on an ad tech app, so that I'm a student, it's designed to my developers. But that's not how it works. You are not the users. You maybe in that same target group, but you are not the users. And like see that like in the same example that I showed that I designed for the how to find healthy food. So
Yeah.
then I chose that okay, we will show that your diet is in low in carbs or high in carbs, which is related to the Indian demography. If you go outside, they will have sufficient amount of that low protein and low and carbs in their diets. Alright, so this is why this is really important because you might miss these edge cases if you do not talk to your users. You might really crucial information if you do not talk to your potential users. So research is like the basis of starting starting designing anything. So if you see that if I had not done the research part in my case study, what I would have done it. I would have just taken that okay, product team wants to build a scale feature and would have done that. It's a pretty generic thing, right? I would have not been able to come up with these little things. I would have not been able to serve the target group, working professional specifically. So these things are missed, and then your product is product doesn't really stand for anything. So this is the basic building block. Start from the research. You find out about what problems your target group has, and then you solve them. So before even designing, you need to have some problems with it. Where will you find that? That is research. That's why it is very important.
Yeah, that's really great, man. So, which tool you use for creating this case study? Like for UX, what resources you prefer, and for the visual design, which tools or software do you use generally?
There is a god software for everything, which is Figma.
Yeah.
You do not need any software for any other thing. It's just that for the GIF that you were seeing, it was I guess I made it can be done in any video editing software. You can literally create GIFs in any video editing software. So yes, that's Figma for designing anything, UI and everything. And for UX, you do not need any UX is just how how you will make decisions. UX is not you make on software. UX is basically decisions. So for you just have to need one software which is Figma. You design the whole UI there. You publish your case study on Medium. That's about it. That's the only thing that you need to make a case study.
Nice. And for the animation part, which software do you prefer? Like, do you use After Effects for the prototyping, like how the certain screen change? Yeah, it's only on Figma. Like you can do on it Figma only. Yeah.
So Figma is constantly evolving, and it has a lot of great prototyping capabilities. So the project that we see right now, it was all done in Figma. Everything was done in Figma. The prototype was also done in Figma. Mm. But the prototype that you saw in Dora app, right? It had some complex animation which were done in After Effects. So little thing like basic things can be done in Figma, and you do not need anything more than Figma. Honestly speaking, so Dora case study it was just for fun that I was learning After Effects side by side. Just this also.
Nice, man. Can you please share your experience about how urban culture is there, the urban company design culture is there? Like there are lots of design teams. So can you share some experience about working with all the designers out there? Yeah.
Okay, so of course there's a lot of diversity in the team. First of all, there are people from design school as well, from engineering school as well from other background as well. So although it hasn't been much since I worked there, because it's just been a month,
Yeah.
right? I joined 1 month back. So what all I have experienced right in this 1 month is that the like like there are some startups like not the really great startup, but there are a lot of small startups which take interns and then they usually make them do just managing work, that manage these files, do this communication block and all that. That does not happen at a one company. You get to do the real work. Our app, which is our consumer side of the app, I work on that. Our app is used by millions of people, and which is at a level, right? After the induction period, just after the first week, I was given the task of creating micro interactions for our user app. I created a bunch of interactions. So there is ownership there. You get to work on real projects. And right now, our app is being redesigned from scratch, and we have a big launch coming month for globally. So for that, there's another intern from DT. Me and him are working on that, and there are there are bunch of flows in the main app that we are working on. So it's not like we would do stuff that is doesn't really matter, but you would do stuff that really does matter. So that's how the culture is around that. And then of course they're really helpful. Honestly speaking, I'm not really that. I'm just an intern right? I'm also learning as I grow. So I make a lot of mistakes. I do not know how to work with the design system right now because I haven't worked. Right? So they're really helpful. I've mess up every time, and they're really, dude, this is not how you do it. This is how you do it. They explain everything. I'm getting mentored by senior designers, so it's really good.
Yeah, man, that's great. Now, as a designer, it is super important to feel good and feel inspired because how we feel as inside reflect to our work. So, what source of energy or inspiration do you use on your daily life? Like, can you share some inspiration where you get inspired for the designing stuffs? Yeah.
Yeah. So like first of all, that of course I told you in the beginning that I'm not from like any IT or IIT. So there's always this thing with me that even though in my school right now, what like I do not take the most common path. This is something like I always try to experiment this thing, and I always try to do something which is not a lot of people like would say like okay, yeah, don't do this. I like to prove people wrong. It might sound boasting, but yeah, that's how I am. But so I always lot of people don't know about design. When I talk to them about design, they say, "हाँ यार ठीक है क्या है." But when I said that I will break it in the industry, even though I'm not going to design college. I will do that, and I did it right now. That was a motivation for me. And after that, there are a lot of talks from these really famous designers, Saptarshi, King Siddharth, right? So I really admire them a lot. When I see these talks, I imagine myself there someday. I want to be at their place at something, which inspires me a lot. All right, and then these companies, put up their Instagram page and blogs, and I read them and I see that how cool they are, how cool it is it working with startups, and this whole startup culture really fascinates me a lot. So whenever I see a cool portfolio, a cool a cool design team, I always think that do this there are some really cool folks out in the industry, and I want to work with them no matter what. My college degree won't interfere in that. No, nothing will interfere in that. I'll do it anyhow. So that's how that's what motivates me to be good.
Yeah, that's really inspired me. Yeah, perfect. So a lot of people who are watching this video are just get started with designing. So would you like to prefer any resources, yeah, any inspiration like where they can start from, like how they can start with UI UX designing, any kind of thought, yeah, any kind of suggestions you would like to give? Yeah.
Yeah. So see, if I just randomly name few resources that wouldn't help. So let's just put a structure to it. So when you're starting on design, you would want to know few basics, right? So you start with basics on visual design. For that, there is a channel by Abhinav Chikara called ABN UX. He has a
Yeah.
crash course on design. Now it doesn't take a deep dive into every section, but it mota tells you about what all these basics of design are. So you can just get these terms from there and search it on Google and find it and you can learn visual or basic design from that. After that, you know the basics of visual design. You pick a design tool. So you go for Figma. Then you take screenshots from the app that you use right now. Some really cool apps like Uber, Airbnb, which has some really great design team. You screenshot them, you bring them on Figma and then replicate them. So you make a eye for design for yourself. You develop that thing for yourself. So you try to learn that tool. You now that you learn that tool, there's a site called degreeless.design,
Okay.
which tells you about basics of UX laws. So you learn. I would 100% recommend that site to anyone who is starting out. Just go through that site from top to bottom. You will learn a lot about that. Now that you've learned basics of UX law, there now read as many as great case studies that you can on Medium,
Yeah.
alright, on UX Planet and other stuff. And there are a lot of companies like Airbnb, Uber, and they put up their design case studies as well. What they are doing. Read that, you will get to know how they approach problem. You basically what you're trying to do in the early stages. You are trying to build a process for yourself. Now there are a lot of courses on Udemy, Coursera, etc. that
Yeah.
will tell you do this, do this, do this, and this is how process looks like. But design is a creative field. You every problem you are facing, you have to. There is no particular process for that. You have to come up with different processes. So learn about these different processes. Read these great case studies by people. All right. So you will get a taste of how you approach problem. After that, you can search about how to conduct UX research. There is a site called NNG Group, which is by Nelson and Norman. It is by Don Norman, the father of UX. Right, so you can that is a gem, and you can go like it is dedicated to UX. You can read as many things as possible from that. Once you are you know how to create a how to build basic UI, how to basic UX laws. After that, you would want to do that become a problem statement.
Okay.
Now design right now designs like let's just say the first case study that I did was a NCRT app that we had in our school time. I knew that it is really bad. I can improve it. So pick up a really bad app. It could be a banking app. Our bank apps are really shit, right? So pick up any bank app, Kotak Mahindra or SBI, anything, and try to come up with better solution. Try to see how can you improve that app. Make a case study out of that. And then there's a great place called ADP List. You can go there and schedule calls
Yeah.
with designers working from like literally out of India and anywhere in India. And it is free of cost. And these are really stellar designers. This site has helped me a lot. You prepare a case study, you go to these people, book a call, 45 to 1 hour call, and take feedback on them from them, iterate on that. Alright, you can send your case study to King Siddharth. He reviews them. So that's how uh, make your case studies better. After you have done like bunch of case studies, 4 5 case studies, I think you will be able to at least get one internship. You will get better each case study. That's how you improve. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Or you can share it on LinkedIn, like asking for the feedback, like how's my case study. If you find any problem, then you can share it on my
Yeah.
profile. That's the great platform. Yeah. Now, as a designer, I believe that designer reads books to get inspiration for the designing stuffs. So, what sort of books you read on your day-to-day basis? And
I'm not really a good book person. So the only book that I had read was Hacking Growth, which is I really enjoyed that book. Earlier that I hadn't read any book, but somehow completed that book. It was really good. But the problem that I faced after reading books, right? I started reading a lot of startups related books, the lean startup.
Okay.
the hacking work. All right. So these books were not design related books. These books were product related books. So it affected my case studies also. All right. So whenever I was making any, I was solving any problem, I was making any case studies. Saw a pattern that I was not, uh, going deep into the design part, but I was solving the product problems. So, but I wanted a design internship. I did not wanted a product internship. I wanted a product design internship. So it affected me there. So I would recommend that read, do not like read hacking world. You can read lean startup, but do not read a lot of product related startup related book as when you are just trying to get into design. Read a bunch of books that are related to design. After that, you can move to product books. So the design books that I think are really good are Don't Make Me Think and that Hooked book, which is really great.
Yeah.
And
Have you checked? Yeah, there is one more set of books which the author is Austin Kleon. Like he has written books like Steal Like an Artist, Show Your Work.
right,
So
right,
these are some small books, but have a lot of insight about creativity, how to be creative person. So I think
right,
these books will definitely help the students. So yeah.
right.
And currently, I am reading one more design book, which is the Solving Product Design Exercises. Yeah, it's a small book. It explains everything. Yeah, how you should approach a problem, how to face your interview related to product design. Yeah, that everyone can recommend for the product
Yeah,
design.
and there is a really good channel, a really underrated channel called UX Richard. I can, yeah, it's UX Richard. If you Richard Young or if you something, if you search something on like that on YouTube, you will get that. He's a designer from Facebook. He's a Facebook lead designer, and like I was able to crack these interviews just because of him. He has 1 hour to 2 hour long videos on his channel. Since these videos are too long, so not really a lot of people watch them. Attention span is really low, but these videos are gems. So if you someone wants to see how to approach problem, how to approach whiteboard problems, how to crack interview, you can search Richard Young on YouTube, and you will get this channel.
Yeah. And any other YouTube channels, for example, there are Abhinav NX UX, that's also good for the designing perspective. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so there are obviously King Siddharth is there, Abhinav is there. Then there is Design Pilot, and Design Pilot is really good playlist on web design. I learned web design from there only. You can go check it. And then there is Design Course for UI. There is Mike Loki, and like there's UX Mastery for UX. Yeah, these are a couple of channels.
yeah, that's great. So I think it's above 1 hour of conversation, and I believe that this session will definitely help all the budding designers. So any final piece of advice for the young designers who want to crack the company like Urban Company, yeah, any other startup company? So any final piece of advice from you?
Yeah. So see when you are starting out a design, the most important thing is mentorship. All right.
Yeah.
So right now, Abhinav has a course going on which he gives mentorship. If you can try to get into that, but if you do not, like search for mentors around yourself. All right. For me, uh, I search for mentors from through AWS. I used to get on these calls from these mentors, and after a repeated session, it formed a bond with me and them. Right. So mentors are really important in a journey. They tell you that you are doing this wrong, this wrong. So do not just ask feedback randomly. Ask feedback from designers, and they are really good at giving feedbacks because that's their job. They do it in their job as well, so they can give you really good feedback. So do not go randomly, creating case studies. Create a case study, uh, take feedback from designers, and then iterate on it and solve the problem. And it might take you a lot of time. For me, it took about 9 to 10 months to get to even put up a portfolio. It took me that long, right? So do not get scared that it's taking too long. It will take them too long. It's not that easy. That if it were easier, and everyone would have done. So it will take time. Do not worry. Just keep owning your skills, and you will make it. And it was difficult for me as well. I had interviewed for Razorpay. For 2 times. I've always been able to make it to the last round, but last round I always get rejected for them. But it is really difficult, right? You do not have any mentor, and you're not going to guide them. So yeah, that. But just keep on yourselves. You'll get it someday.
Yeah, man, you are such an inspiration for all the budding developers. And yeah, and if anybody want to connect with you, so how can they reach out to you? Like, where are you
Yeah.
active? Sorry.
So I'm pretty active on Twitter. Twitter is my place. Reach out to me there. My DMs are open. I'll reply to you there.
Okay. So yeah, again, thank you so much, Udit, for joining this conversation. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks. Thanks, Aman. It was really great talk.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
enjoyed it.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.